I'd like to give all praises to Yahweh, Bashem Yahushua, Bashem Rakakwadash, Barakatah, and this is Brother Ira coming back at you with another lesson. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. And I'd like to start off with the scripture of Psalms. Psalms 59, verse 2. The book of Psalms, chapter 59, verse 2. Deliver me from the workers of iniquity. Save me from bloody men. Who's that bloody men? Esau, Edom, right? Because now things is about to get turned up. You know, we have that, I guess there was marching against Trump and Elon Musk yesterday. So, yeah, they about to come down with great wrath soon, right? The book of Psalms, chapter 59, verse 3. For lo, thy in wait for my soul. The mighty are gathered against me, not for my transgression, nor for my sins, O Lord. They run and prepare themselves without my fault. Await to help me, behold. Right? So, thou therefore, O Lord, Yahweh of hosts, the Yahweh of Israel, await to visit all the heathens, be not merciful to any wicked transgressor. Salah, right? That means Salah means pause. So who that wicked transgressor? 2/3, and Esau, Edom. You know what I'm saying? The wicked elites and these other Edomites and these lower class Edomites, right? And he said, and don't show no mercy to the wicked. Lord's not going to show no mercy to the wicked. How we notice that? Go to Obadiah 1 and 8. Let's get Obadiah. The book of Obadiah. Let's get Obadiah. Chapter 1, verse 18. The book of Obadiah. Let's start at chapter 1, verse 15. For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. We just read that in Psalms 59. All the heathen, as thou hast done it, so it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head, right? The Lord said what they did to us, He's gonna reward it back to them. Man, that's righteous judgment, right? You know, that's the eye for eye, tooth for tooth right there. Verse 16, for as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, and so shall all the heathens drink continually. Yea, they shall drink, and they shall swallow down, and they shall be as though that had not been, right? Because they're gonna be taken out of power. The Lord gonna bring them down so low, they're gonna seem like they was never been in power. They was never ruling at one point in time, you know. And when they mean they drunk, they means that they you know, they took all out, they drunk, they mean they got drunk off of us, man. They drunk all that, you know, they drunk all that spiritual wine out of us, man. You know what I'm saying? They took everything from us. You feel me? Everything, our identity, our riches, our women, our children. They conquered us, they destroyed us. So when the Lord said, for as ye have drunk upon my holy mountain, so shall all the heathens drink. So all these heathens suck us dry, man. You know what I'm saying? They took us, man. All these heathens, the Lord going to show them no mercy. That we just read that, right? He ain't going to show none of these wicked heathens no mercy, especially Esau, Edom. Verse 17, but upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance. So the Lord said upon Mount Zion, which is who? Israel. The mountain means the government. The government of Zion, like Isaiah 9 and 6. He shall hold that government on his shoulder, right? which is the world. Upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness. Separate, we're going to get back out, we're going to be holy. We're going to be separate from all nations again. And the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. So the house of Jacob, which is what? The 12 tribes of Israel. We're going to possess all their possessions, man. All their wealth. Even their women. Even all they wealth, they women, you know what I'm saying? They gold and they money. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's go. Read it again. The book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 17. But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions. We're going to possess all their possessions, man, all their wealth. You know what I'm saying? All their wealth, all they goods that they have. We're going to get it, man. All their resources, what I meant to say. All their resources, we're going to possess it. Verse 18, in the house of Jacob shall be a fire, in the house of Joseph a flame, and the Esau, a house of Esau shall the book of Obadiah, chapter 1, verse 18. In the house of Jacob shall be a fire, in the house of Joseph, which is Israel and the northern kingdom, a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, of the Lord have spoken it. Verse 19, they of the south shall possess the mount of Esau, that's Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, they the plain of Philistine, and we're going to get the Philistine, we're going to get out that land back, and they shall possess the fields of Ephraim. Ephraim going to get they land back, and the fields, Samaria and Benjamin shall possess Gilead. They're going to possess their land back. And all the captivity of a host of children of Israel shall possess that of the Canaanites, even the Zarephath, and the captivity of Jerusalem, which is the shepherd shall possess the cities of the south, and the saviors shall come up on the mount of Zion, judge the mount of Esau, and the kingdom shall be the Lord's. Right? We're gonna be them superheroes, man. We're gonna judge the mount of Esau. What? Bringing them in captivity. Someone gonna be destroyed. Let's get on Romans 9 and 13. All right, he's gonna show there's no mercy. Book of Romans. Let's start at the book of Romans, chapter 9, verse 12. It was said unto her, the elders shall serve the younger. As it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. Right? So the Lord said he loved Jacob and he hated Esau, right? What shall we say then? Is there unrighteousness with Yahweh? Yahweh forbid. For he saith to Moses, I will have mercy on whom I have mercy, and I will have compassion on whom I will have compassion. See, the Lord said, I'm going to have mercy on who I'm going to have mercy on. And I'm going to have compassion on who I could have passion on. So, therefore, he's not going to have no mercy on Edom, man. Right? He's going to bring wrath on these other nations as well. But that nation going to have some level of mercy as well, because they're going to continue to live on after that 1,000 years. Esau, Edom, the nation of Esau, Edom, they won't be. They're going to be totally wiped out, right? Verse 16. So then it is not of him that willeth, nor of that runneth, but of Yahweh that showeth mercy. See? Right? It's Yahweh, man. It's not no man, his will, that can, that your own will, that the Lord should love this person and that person, man. Love said is running, but it's only but Yahweh that gonna show mercy. See, you can't tell who the Lord loved or whom to hate. Love gonna love who he love, and he gonna hate who he hate. All right, verse 17. The scripture saith unto Pharaoh, even for this same purpose have I raised thee up, that I might show my power in thee, that my name might be declared throughout all the earth. So the Lord going to destroy these nations, destroy Esau, Edom, so his name can ring bells again throughout the earth. Because the way he's going to do Esau, Edom, and how you going to judge America, Babylon the Great, and these other nations, man, it's going to be known who's the power of the power of Israel is, man. It's going to be shown who's the power of Israel is, man. Once the Lord, destroy this man, he's going to get his name going to ring bells again throughout the nation. He's going to get his reputation back, right? Therefore, I have mercy on whom he will have mercy, and whom he will harden. Thou wilt say then unto me, why doth he yet find fault, who have resisted his will? See, nobody could resist the Lord's will. The Lord formed and fashioned Esau, Edom to be the wicked. So Esau ain't coming to the Lord and said, why you made me thus? Why you made me the wicked and Jacob the good guy? That's the Lord's decision. That's what he wanted to do. And this is his story. Just like a person that makes a movie, or a comic book illustrator or animator. He gonna make a superhero, or he gonna make a villain. Just like Dragon Ball Z. You got Goku and you got who? Frieza, you got Vegeta, right? What's his name? Akira Toriyama said he doesn't like Vegeta. You know what I'm saying? And that's, he wanted to kill Vegeta off, but it was other people that kind of say, nah, keep Vegeta on. He'll be a good companion with Goku. But one thing that Akira Toriyama said, that Vegeta would never surpass Goku. You know what I'm saying? He would never surpass him. Because he's favored Goku more than Vegeta. And it's the same thing with Esau and Jacob. Esau would never surpass Jacob because he loved Jacob more than he loved Esau. That's just how the Lord have it, right? Verse 21, have not the potter power over the clay? So we are made of clay. We are made of the dirt of the ground, the dust of the ground. When you water it, when you know how you put the water over the clay, right, in the dirt, and it start getting muddy, and then you start to form it and shape it, and it hardens up, right? So he said he fashioned this man to be a certain way, to be wicked, and he fashioned us to be righteous, right? Have not the potter power over the clay? Yes. Of the same lump to make one vessel unto honor and another unto dishonor. So he made Esau to dishonor. That's right there. There's no mercy right there. He made Esau with no mercy to be granted to him. When the Lord get ready to let judgment on this man, he made him to not get mercy. You know what I'm saying? He said the vessel of wrath fitted for destruction, right? What is Yahweh willing to show his wrath and to make his power known, endure which much long suffering, a vessel of wrath fitted for destruction. See, he was made to not get mercy. That's heavy, man. That's real heavy to deal with right there. That's heavy. That's real heavy. Back to home. That's real heavy. The book of Psalms, chapter 59, verse 5. Thou therefore, O Lord, Yahweh of hosts, Yahweh of Israel, awake and visit all the heathen, and be not merciful to any wicked transgressor. Salah. They return and even and make noise like a dog and go around about the city. Behold, they belch out with their mouth, and swords are in their lips. For who say they doth hear? But the Lord, book of Psalms 59, verse 8, but thou, O Lord, shalt laugh at them, and they shall have all the heathens in derision. See? He's going to have them derision. Let's get Psalms 59, 8. Let's get what derision means. Let's get what derision means. Psalms 59, verse 11. Oh, hold on. Slay them not, lest my people forget, scatter them. That's 59:8. Derision.
Strong's H 3932.
Yep. To mock, deride, ridicule, quell, lawaj. To mock, deride, have in derision, the fall, stammerer, fulfill, to mock, deride. So we're gonna have them derision means we're gonna mock these nations, man. We're gonna bring Esau, Edom, and these other nations down. We're gonna mock them, right? Because at one point they was ruling everything. Now they're gonna fall. They're gonna fall fast, and they're gonna lose all their riches and wealth, man. How it is you a billionaire and you a trillionaire and you lose all that, man? We're gonna mock them, man. Once we get a hold to them, right? Because of his strength, will I wait? Because the Lord said, wait on him till he rise up to the prey, right? So for his strength, because we said back in the curse of Deuteronomy 28, he said that we won't have, strength to, let's get that. Deuteronomy 28. Let's get that. And we're going to come back to that, It said, be no might in our hands, right? All right, hold on. So let's get to it. Right, that's it. Deuteronomy 28, verse 32. Thy sons and thy daughters shall be given unto another people, and thy eyes shall look and fill with longing for them all the day long, and there shall be no might in thy hand. See? So the Lord telling us back there, that's part of the curse. That's why he said, wait on him till he rise up to the prey. Let's get that. Me. Zephaniah chapter 3, verse 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until the day that I rise up to the prey. For my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms to pour upon them my indignation, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. See? So the Lord said, rise up to his prey, man, to the prey. Wait on him. You feel me? Because he says no strength in our hand, right? You know what I mean? There'll be no might in our hands. So let's go back. Because the book of Psalms chapter 59 verse 9, because of his strength will I wait upon thee, for Yahweh is my defense. The Yahweh of my mercy shall prevent me. Yahweh shall let me see my desire upon my enemies. Slay them not, lest my people forget. Scatter them by thy power, and bring them down, O Lord, our shield, for the sins of their mouth and their words of their lips, let them even be taken in their pride, and for cursing and lying which they speak, consume them, wrath consume them, that they may not be, and let them know that Yahweh ruleth in Jacob unto the ends of the earth. Salah, right? At even let them return, and let them make noise like a dog, and go round about the city, and let them wander upon and down for meat and grudge, if they be not satisfied. But I will sing of thy power, yea, I will sing out loud of thy mercy and mourning, for thou hast been my defense and refuge in the day of trouble. Unto thee, O my strength, will I sing, for Yahweh is my defense, and Yahweh is my mercy. So the Lord said he brought us through all that, the captivity, let the heathens devour us, but he's going to bring us up and give it and show us mercy, and to show his strength and his glory through our deliverance. And all these other nations are going to witness it. And Esau Edom is going to be brought down low amongst all the other nations, right? That's good. Cool. Let's get Job, book of Job. Let's start the book of Job, chapter 3, verse 15. Our princes that had gold, who filled their houses with silver, are as hidden. You ultimately birth I had not been, as an infant which never saw light. So therefore the wicked cease from troubling, and the weary be at rest. That means you in the grave, you buried, you done. You ain't got to worry about being oppressed. You ain't worry about suffering no more. The prisoner rests together. They are here, not the voice of oppressors. See, that means he's put to death. The small and great, and there the servant is free from his master. Right? And that means we in the grave. We in the spiritual realm. Wherefore is light given to him that is in misery, and life unto the bitter in soul, which long for death, but and cometh not, and dig for it more than for hid treasures, which rejoice exceedingly and are glad when they can find the grave. Why is light given to a man whose way is hid, and whom Yahweh have hedges in? For my sighing and cometh before I eat, and my roaring are poured out like water. For the things which I greatly feared is come upon me, and that which I was afraid of is come unto me. Was not in safety, neither had rest, neither was I quiet, yet trouble came. Let's get to it. right? The book of Job, chapter 4, verse 8. Even as I have seen they that plow iniquity and sow in wickedness reap the same. So the wicked Esau reaped the same. That's why he said no hand join in hand, but the wicked should not go unpunished. But the book of Job, chapter 4, verse 9. By the blast of Yahweh they perish, and by the breath of his nostrils are they consumed. The roaring of the lion, of the voice of the fierce lion, and the teeth of the young lion are broken, right? That's talking about Esau Edom, man. It's military, you know what I'm saying? You know, Lord gonna bring them down with the chariots and with that nuclear fire, man. And the old lion perish and lack of prey, and the stout lion whelp are scattered abroad. So that's talking about the nation of Israel. Now of the things were secretly brought to me in my ear, receive a little thereof. And the thoughts from the visions of the night, when the deep sleep falleth, a man feareth come upon me, and trembling which made all my bones to shake. Then a spirit passed before me, before my face, and the hairs on my flesh stood up. That means he was scared, he was frightened. I stood still, but I could not discern the form thereof. And I'm an age was before my eyes. There was silence, and I heard a voice saying, shall a mortal man be more just than Yahweh? No. Shall a man be more pure than me, than his maker? No. Behold, he put no trust in his servants, and his angels he charged with folly. He said, the Lord is not even charged the angels with folly. You know, not like the angels make mistakes, but they probably do things the Lord disagree with and don't do certain things when the Lord get on them, right? How much less them that dwell on house of clay? That means the house of clay means in bodies and dirt, So if he charged the angels, they celestial beings, and you don't think he don't charge the men on the earth? If you charge the spiritual realm, if you get on them, right? Whose foundation is the dust, which are crushed before the moth. See, that's how fragile he is. You know what I'm saying? Like a moth. You compare this to, how you grab a moth, you can just pluck it, and you'll break a wing off a moth. You'll snap into two. That's just how fragile we are. They are destroyed from morning to evening. They perish for ever without any regard. Doth not their excellency which is in them go away? They die even without wisdom. So that goes about the 2/3. All right. The book of Job, chapter 5, verse 3. I have seen the foolish taking root, but suddenly I curse his habitation. That's Esau Edom. We curse their habitation, right? His children are far from safety, and they are crushed in the gates. Neither in there any deliverers deliver them, whose harvest the hungry eaten up, and taken it out of the thorns, and robbers swallow up their substance. And that's Esau Edom, talking about the nation of Israel. Although they are hold up. All right, I went too far down. Start this again. His children are far from safety, and they are crushed in the gates. Neither there any deliver them. That's talking about the children of Israel. My bad, Salakia. So I have seen the foolish taken root, but suddenly I curse his habitations. His children are far from safety. They are crushed in the gates, neither there any deliver them. It's talking about Israel, whose harvest they hungry eaten up, and taketh it even out of the thorns, and robbers swalloweth up their substance. So they're talking about the nation of Israel, and they're talking about the heathen nations, which is Esau, Edom, when they conquerors, they took us over. All the affliction come not forth, and the dust neither doeth trouble spring out of their ground. Yet man is born unto trouble, as the spark fly upwards. I will seek unto Yahweh, and unto Yahweh. I will seek unto Yahweh, and unto Yahweh will I commit my cause. So you go to the pray, you pray to the Lord, man. That's how you commit your cause to him, and you complain to him. And even you go out in the highways and byways, we committing our cause, and we prophesy about the abomination that's on the earth, which doeth great things and unsearchable, marvelous things without number. Who give rain upon the earth, setteth water upon the fields, to set up on high those that be low. That's talking about the nation of Israel. He's going to set us high, because we are below. We are beneath. We are the bottom of the barrel of society in this world right now, right? But so Lord said he's going to redeem us and bring us back up high. And to set up on high those that be low, that those which mourn may be exalted to safety. So we mourning right now, but when Jacob's trouble, we're going to be exalted to safety. He disappointed the vices of the crafty, so their hands cannot perform their enterprise. Who's the crafty? Psalms 83, the crafty one. They came together, a crafty council. So the Lord said he's going to disappoint them. That means he's going to throw a monkey wrench in their program, so they won't be able to form their NWO. Their enterprise is the NWO, the New World Order, the MOTB. So they won't be able to perform their enterprise. He taketh the wise in their own craftiness, right? Because he's going to take them in their own craftiness, and they're going to fall in their own trap, right? They're going to fall. They're going to be snared in their own gin, right? He said, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong. They meet with darkness in the daytime, and grope in noonday as at night. But he saveth the poor from the sword, from their mouth, or from the hands of the mighty, right? Because their mouth is what? They accuse us, They set propaganda against us, and they're going to order to kill us, because that sword is a mouth as well, too, because it's going to be a decree to come to slaughter all Israel and put us in prison. So when they say they meet in noonday in darkness, right? That's talking about Israel, because we grow up at noonday in darkness and during the day. But, right? Just like go back to the curse of Deuteronomy 28th chapter. For their mouth and from the hands of the mighty. So the poor have hope, and iniquity stoppeth her mouth. Behold, happy is the man whom Yahweh correcteth. Therefore despise not thou chastening of the Almighty. So happy is that man who the Lord is corrected. So if you're going through things, things, the Lord take away things, putting you through it, be happy that the Lord chastises you, because that means you're a son. That means he's dealing with you, right? For he maketh the sword, bindeth up, and woundeth, and he hand make whole. So that means he's going to bring us back, man. He's going to heal us, man. Why? Giving us those new bodies. He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles. Yea, in the 7th there shall no evil touch thee. That's why we're going to be beamed up. And that 6th trouble is when, the 6th plague. That means war, right? In famine he shall redeem thee. So that means that, we going what Isaiah 65. He gonna feed his servants. He gonna feed us. He said, "In famine he shall redeem thee from death, and the war from the power of the sword." So that power of the sword is going into what? The nukes. Thou shalt be hid from the scourges of the tongue, neither shalt thou be afraid of destruction when it cometh. At the destruction, famine, thou shalt laugh. We're gonna be laughing at this, man. We're gonna be tucked away laughing. We're gonna have the spiritual powers. Even when we be on them chariots and watching this place burn up, we're gonna be laughing and saying hallelujah and raising up those glasses of wine with Yahushua. And shalt laugh, neither shalt thou be afraid of the beast of the earth. Who's that beast of the earth? Esau. For thou shalt be in league with the stones of the field. And that beast of the earth is also going into what? The creatures, the animals that's going to be running around loose. And the stones of the field. And the beasts of the field shall be at peace with thee. Right? Because the Lord going to make those animals, and like the lions and tigers, mountain lions and wolves, or whatever that's going to be running loose, they're going to be at peace with thee. And thou shalt know that the tabernacle shall be in the peace. That's who? The 1/3, the 144, man. The elect. That's the tabernacle shall be in peace. And thou shalt visit the habitation, and thou shalt not sin. Right? Because we ain't going to sin no more, because we're going to be in our new spiritual bodies. Thou shalt know also thy seed shall be great, and thy offspring as the grass of the earth. That means we're going to reproduce, man. 1,000, like one man, one son should be 1,000, right? And that shall come to the grave in full age, like a shock of corn cometh in his season. That means we ain't gonna die, but we're gonna live for a long time. You know what I mean? That we should have been in our grave, but we ain't gonna die. Some people read that and say we're gonna die here. We ain't gonna be immortals. No, you unlearned niggas. And no, that's not what that means. Lo, is this we have searched? Is here? Wait. Verse 20, Psalm, the book of Job, chapter 5, verse 27. Lo, is this we have searched. It is so, it is. Here is now. No. The book of Job, chapter 5, verse 27. Salaki. Lo, this we have searched it. So it is here. It is no, thou, it is for thy good. So everything that the Lord is doing to us, even the evil stuff that he did to us to put us in this captivity, was for our good. Things that we're going through is for our good, right? Now, but the title of this blessing is going to be "Save Us from That Bloody Man." Like, let's get Revelations 12, verse 12. The book of Revelation, chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he have but a short time. Right? So he know that he's going to come with great wrath, man. He's going to come down with fierce upon the children of Israel, man. Right? Oh man, he's gonna come with no mercy. So when he get Jake, man, he's gonna put us behind them walls, man. He's gonna slaughter our peoples, even the women, the babies. His military troops gonna shoot us down, gun us down. But if you ain't the elect, you ain't gonna make it. But the whole elect is gonna be protected. That's why King David said, "Save us from that bloody man." So the book of Psalms, King David said, 17, verse 13. Arise, O Lord, disappoint him and cast him down. Deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. Who's the sword? Esau Edom is his sword, man. That's his sword. That's his weapon. The Lord uses us, using him against us, man. So King David said, arise, O Lord, and disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from thy wicked, which is thy sword. So that's what we all want. We pray to the Most High every day, every night, to deliver us from this man, right? That's why King David said, deliver me from that bloody man. And from the men which are thy hand, O Lord. The book of Psalms, chapter 17, verse 14. From the men which are thy hand, O Lord, from the men of the world which have their portion in this life, and whose belly thou fillest with thy hide, treasures that they are full of children, and leave the rest of their substance to their babes. See, that's talking about Esau Edom, because why? He leaves all his wealth and stuff for his kids to move on. The book of Psalms, chapter 17, verse 15. As for me, I will behold thy face in righteousness, and I shall be satisfied when I awake with thy likeness. We're gonna be like him, right? The Lord said, we should see him as it is, and we're gonna be like the Lord. Right? That's what we all aiming for. But we expecting the Lord to deliver us from this man, right? Because this man, it's like he said, Psalms 49. This man right here, he said he Psalms 49. This man right here, he leave his wealth to his kids, man, to his offspring. It says right here, The book of Psalms, chapter 49, verse 11. Their inward thoughts is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling place to all their generations. They call their lands after their own names. See, they leave their places to all their generations. They leave, they say they leave the inheritance for their children, their offspring. So they think this time they're going to be able to do it again. They're going to think they're going to repeat what they did in past times. But this time, the Lord said he's going to cut them off. He's going to cut their seed off, man. Let's get that. The book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 22. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnants, and their sons and nephews, saith the Lord. Woo. And I will also make it a possession for the bitter and the pools of the waters, and I will sweep it with a bosom, a besom of destruction, saith the Lord of hosts. So he going to destroy, man, America, Babylon the Great, man. He's going to wipe out their nephews, their sons and daughters, everything, anything that this man got will be, that this man got. His statues, his buildings, his monuments will be erased. Will be nothing less, no clues of this man ever been existed, man. The Lord said he's going to cut everything off. All his inheritance, all his offspring is going to be cut off. He's going to make sure this man will never return in power. There's going to be nothing left of him. No remembrance of this man. The Lord of hosts have sworn, saying, surely I have thought, so shall it come to pass, and I have proposed, shall it stand. that I will break the Assyrians in my land upon my mountain, tread him under foot. Then shall his yoke depart from off them. See? So the Lord said when he destroyed this man, we're going to be free from this yoke. From off, you know what I mean? And from off them, and his burden depart from off their shoulders. See? No more this man will burden us no more, man. We don't have to worry about bills no more. Getting up, paying, working for this man. We ain't gonna worry about him oppressing us, beating us down, shooting us down with the cops, and arresting us for nothing. You know what I'm saying? No more. Even these black women, we ain't worry about these women oppressing us no more. This is the purpose that is proposed. This is the proposed that is proposed upon the whole earth. And this is the hand that is stretched out upon all the nations. For the Lord of hosts hath proposed, and who shall disannul it? And his hand is stretched out, and who shall turn it back? So the Lord said, my hand stretched out, who's going to turn it back? He's going to bring up forth extreme heavy wrath and judgment on this place. And once that, it's not going to turn back. You ain't going to be able to stop what's coming. Right? So I'm trying to get that one precept, that I will break the Assyrian and the land upon my mountain, tread him under foot. Then shall his yoke depart from off them, and his burden depart from off their shoulders. Let's get that precept. Yep. Revelation 12 and 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength in the kingdom of Yahweh, of our power, and the powers of his Yahweh shot my shot, for accusers of our brethren is cast down, which accuse them before Yahweh day and night. Who's that accuser? Esau, Edom, the nation of Edom, so-called white man. So that's why he said he's gonna take that yoke, and so he won't be a burden won't be a burden on our shoulders no more, man. So the Lord is gonna free us from this man. He's gonna deliver us from this wicked man, right? Let's go back to Psalm, the book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 22. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name of and the remnant, and sons and nephews, saith the Lord. And I will also make it a possession for the bitter and the pools of waters, and I will sweep it with a bosom of destruction, saith the Lord. What is that bosom of destruction? Which that nuclear fire, man. You know what I'm saying? And the heavenly body angels with the chariots gonna come down and blast this place, man. That's the bosom of destruction. It's that mighty nuclear wind that's coming. That's gonna sweep this bitch. The book of Isaiah, chapter 14, verse 24. The Lord of hosts hath sworn, saying, surely I said, I have thought, so shall it come to pass. So the Lord said, he hath thought, and it shall come to pass. And as I have proposed, so shall it stand. So he's our proposed, and it shall stand. So it's like that means, hey, he's standing on 10 toes down, man. He declared it. It's going to happen. It's nothing nobody could say against and speak against what he said and change his mind. That I will break the Assyrian in my land upon my mountain and tread him underfoot, and shall his yoke depart from off them, and his burden depart from off their shoulders. Go back to Revelation 12 and 10. He said, now it's come salvation, man. He's going to break that yoke, man. So when the Lord take this man down, salvation is going to be onto us, man. We're going to get salvation. The book of Isaiah chapter 14, verse 26. This is the purpose that I propose. This is the propose that is proposed upon the whole earth. This is the hand that is stretched out upon all the nations. See, the Lord said, this is my hand stretched out, this wrath, destruction that's coming, going to be upon all nations. For the Lord of hosts have proposed, and who shall disannul it? And his hand is stretched out, who shall turn it back? In the year of the king Uzziah died was the burden. That's going to something else. And let's go to a video real quick. I'm gonna end it.
Rose.
Not this one. I'm just put that in so I can go back to it later. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Here we go.
Have spoken, giving all the praise, honor, and glory. That is hindsight.
There you go. Well, flash forward to today, we now have H5N1 spreading in mammal populations all over the world. Whether or not it was from this
Condescending point. We had a very serious point. You hear what this that the Lord about to bring on his kingdom, man. Yo, it's going to catch the people off guard. That's why the Lord said like a thief in the night. But the elect, we watching. We watching. We stand on our toes, and we got to give that to the Holy Spirit. Because like I said, hey, we like to relax. We like to sit back, drink some tea. Right? There shall no...
Droning on, they didn't block the publication. The research was published after they were successful on how they did it. That was about a decade ago. Well, flash forward to today, we now have H5N1 spreading in mammal populations all over the world. Whether or not it was from this research or not, I don't know. But I can tell you, biologists will tell you that naturally H5N1 will keep mutating towards human transmissible, are more likely, and here I'm quoting the former director of the Center for Disease Control, an expert, he thinks it's going to be a deliberate pandemic where Iran does this, or some lunatic Unabomber type person who thinks, hey, there's too many people, we got to save the planet by releasing a virus.
12 monkeys scenario.
Yeah, they think that's going to happen. Yeah. So a pandemic is very high on the list. And then for the U.S., our electric grid is so horribly vulnerable. If you haven't seen the documentary Grid Down, Power Up, professional documentary,
which was a good documentary, Grid Down, Power Up. But you hear what they saying? With all this going on, you better be prepared for this next lockdown. They call it Disease X. And these are all part of the Lord's words not being delayed anymore. And this is biblical, man. This is Matthew 24, verse 4. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, take heed that no man deceive you. For many shall come in my name, saying, they are the anointed, and shall deceive many. And you shall hear of wars, which we're hearing. Because remember, we're at the end of Esau's empire. This is how it ends. But it's so much that's going to hit at once. While everybody looking at the tariffs and the stock market dropping and the upcoming war with Iran, they about to drop this disease X on you. This is
So, yeah, name of this, I'm going to end it right there. And the name of this lesson is Save Me from That Bloody Man. And I like to give all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and so shalom to the hopeful elect, and shalom, Brother Ira, on to the next.